So you're trying to run a query, but instead of getting a result, you see a dialog that asks you to enter something, a name or a date. If that's driving you nuts, here's how you stop the query from doing that. First off, this dialog appears whenever a query has a parameter or when it has an expression that it can't interpret. And most of the time, if Access can't interpret an expression, it's because the expression has a typo in a field name. So to fix the problem, you get rid of the parameter or you fix the expression. The first step is to look at this text whenever the dialog appears. If the text makes sense, chances are you're dealing with a parameter. But if the text doesn't make sense, you most likely have a problem with an expression. Either way, open the query in Design View and look for the text you just saw, either in the criteria row or in a calculated field. Parameters are always enclosed in square brackets, and so are the field names in expressions. But you may need to look carefully because parameters in calculated fields can include formulas, like this, or they can be surrounded by logical operators such as between and, or by wildcard characters such as asterisks or percent signs. After you find your text, what you do next depends on where you found it. If it's in the criteria row, it's a parameter. You can replace it with a hard value if you still want to filter your results, or you can delete it. Next thing, you start the parameters dialog and delete the parameter. If you don't do this here, Access will just keep asking for input. Click OK, save your changes, and the query simply runs. If you use a hard value, it filters the results. If you're dealing with a calculated field, an expression, you follow the same process. Field names are enclosed in brackets, and when you compare the field name here with the field name in the table, you can see the mistake. So fix any typos, and for this type of error, you don't need to check the parameters dialog box. Now, this video has only explained how to stop queries from asking for input. Problems in forms, reports, and lookup fields can also bring up these dialog boxes. So, the course summary has links to information about troubleshooting parameter values there. And if you want to add parameters to a query, see the course titled Use Parameter Queries in Access 2013.